Hi everyone, my name is Abel Gray Cantoma. I'm from GREYTEST Design Consult. You can reach me on this number. You can call me on any of these numbers. Okay. Today I'm going to be showing you a very great architectural software called Ikeycard. Okay. This software is actually a very great software. I just started using it. I'm going to show you an overview of how this software is. This is Ikeycard 25. The software, you can see I've done up to 2 different models on this Ikeycard, although I did not really take my time to finish it entirely. But you can see here we have the new. You can browse, then you can connect teamwork. Okay, you can connect it with some other couple of engineers or whoever you are part of your team that you are actually working on with. Okay, all right. So right now I'm going to click on new project. Click on new here just to create a new project. You can see this is a template. If you click down here, you can browse if you have a template you want to work on, but I'm going to use the template from here. And then you can see the working environment profile. If I click down here, now it's going to take me to the last profile that was used, or you can take it to the default profile, or you can take it to any of this. You can see the last profile I used was the architectural profile 25. We have the basic, we have the mechanical, electrical, then we have the structural engineering basic profile. So we are focusing on the architectural design, so we are going to basically be using the architectural profile, or you can go to the last because that was the last one I used. So but if today is the first time you are using the software, you can just choose the architectural architectural profile. Okay, so if I click on new, you can see it's loading. Alright, great. You can see how the interface actually looks like. If you click on 3D, switch to the 3D view, it can take you to the south elevations. I'm going to draw a very simple plan, and then you're going to see how the software actually works. It's actually a very great software which I have discovered myself, and I tell you the truth, I enjoy using this software right now. Okay, the software is very great. You can lay your hands on it if you really want to go into architectural designs, and you will enjoy it a whole lot, like I said. Okay, you can see here we have the elevations: east elevation, north elevation, south elevation, east elevation. Okay, now if I want to switch, let me go to Control 7. Just click on Control 7. It will bring you to your story settings. You can see now here I have the ground floor at the elevation of 0. Then the height is actually going to be at 3 meters. Okay, height to the next level, okay, it's going to be 3 meters. Let's say if you're having up to probably 1 suspended floor, you can actually make this first floor. You can just type in first floor. Okay, as many number of floors that you want to introduce to your design. Okay, so you can input all of that by just typing in those information, and you can actually change the elevations and change the height here as you want. Then you can switch any of these. Either you can insert a new story, whether above or below. Insert below. Okay, so if I have this now, and then I want to, let's say I want to insert a story below this, I can just click on insert below. You can see it's giving me -1. So whatever information I'm typing here, let's say I have my foundation level here, and let's say the depth of this foundation is at -1,200, for example. Okay, so you can input all of that information from here, and then you just click OK. But I'm definitely not going to use this for now. I'm just going to take it out. Sorry, I think I mistakenly deleted that ground floor. So I'm just going to use this as my ground floor. Here I have the elevation as 0, so it's still perfectly very much okay. Okay, so I'll click on OK. Deleting stories and deleting from story are not undoable. yeah, just delete anyway, so I'm not going to use that anymore. Okay, so you can see here, once I have specified the story elevations and all of that, here I can come here and begin my design. But before that, you have to impute your grids. Okay, like I said, today is just going to be an overview of how the software is. I'm going to be creating series on this Ikeycard where I'm going to show you how to make good use of the software as a beginner until you attain mastery. Okay, so if I click on file here, you can see we have new, we have open, we have close project, external content, and all of this. I'm going to be showing you that even as we progress in the design using the software. Okay, so you can see this is under my design here. I have if I click under my design, I have my wall, I have column. It's the same thing that I have here. You can see if I come under this my design and I switch to my architectural tools, you can see all that I have here. I'm definitely going to have them here in these options. Okay, so you can switch. You can see here we have the structural engineering tools, the structural support, structural links. We are not going into that for now. We are just going to be focusing on the architectural aspect of this software. Okay, so you can see we have all of this. We have beam, we have slab, we have roof, we have shell, we have stairs, we have railings, and then we have the curtain wall. All of that are actually very much available here. You can see here we also have all of that under our design. Okay, so like I said, we are going to go through all of that as we proceed in using the software. Okay, so if you come under my document, you can see this document here. We also have this document here. Okay, so under this document you can see the dimension to all of these are very much available. You can see the grid elements. So if I click on this grid elements, I have made this grid active. Okay, so if I click here now on this settings dialog, once you click on this settings dialog, it brings you to the settings dialog of your grids. Okay, so on these grids you can see this is showing us all stories, so you can leave it on all stories, or you just want the grids to appear on home story or the particular story or the story that is below, whatever options you actually want to reflect. Here you can see the marker. You can make this or just on one side, and you can make it on both sides. If you go to the section elevation, let's come to naming rules. You can see under this naming rules, if you come to your style, you can make it at ABC, you can make it at 1 2 3. Okay, so I'm going to be using ABC for this training. I'm going to show you how to edit some of those grids. Okay, how we are going to play around with this our grids. It's very interesting using this software. It's actually very interesting. It's actually not difficult to use. It's very easy to actually make use of. Okay, so you can see we are still on our grids because the grid is still showing us that this is grid that is active. So if let's say for example I click on wall, you can see this has switched here from this settings dialogues to settings for my wall. If I click on that, you can see this settings dialog is for my wall. So the same thing goes for whatever structural for whatever member you are actually going to be picking even as you proceed in the design here. All right, okay, so if I close this, so the first thing is to insert my grids. So once I click on my grids and I come to my grid settings, once you have all your settings very much that are set the way you actually want it to appear, if everything is okay, you can this text style, you can play around with your text style and change the height, the thickness, and whatever. You can change the type of text, okay, to play around with. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at defaults for now, and then let's say I drag my grid. So if I click here and then I hold on my shifts, if you hold on shift key, it's going to give you a straight line grid. So once I drop, you can see, if you zoom here, you can see I have a grid AA because I choose the option of ABC. Okay, so these grids now, let's say I want to copy these grids. I can actually copy this same set of grids. Okay, so if I click on that grid and I right click, you're going to see drag. You can see drag a copy, you can see drag multiple copies. So I'm going to drag a copy. So if I drag here now, and then you can type in the value. So the shortcut for this is just to hold on. If you hold on Shift D, okay, Shift D is going to actually you can see that has actually copied that at a distance of 3 meters for us. Okay, let's come here. Sorry. So I'm going to copy all of this by just dragging and copy, just drag a copy. So I'm not going to specify any length for any of these. Okay, I'm just going to drag a copy. I'm going to make it more sorry, I made a mistake there. I'll click on this, I'll right click, I'll go to move, and then I'm going to drag multiple copies. So I'm just going to drop them at a random distance. Okay, so you can see the distance I have specified for this. So there is no specific distance for all of these that which I have just typed in. So I'm going to type in another grid here horizontally. So if I have if I come to my grid, just like you have your grid tool, okay, so if I can hold on Shift and I drop, and then I can as well copy multiple or drag multiple. It's just a nomenclature. So you can see without even specifying the distance, I can play around with the distance as we proceed in modeling in using the software. Okay, all right, if you already love what you're seeing, please like this video, just give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. It's actually 100% free. Click on the bell icon so as for you to get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly, sometimes on a daily, just to encourage as many that actually want to have a deeper insight of designs. Okay, you can call me or you can DM me on WhatsApp. Okay, right now I'm going to delete this grid, and I'm also going to delete this grid. I'm also going to delete this grid. They are actually much. I am not going to be using all of them. I'm just using that to just show you an example. I can highlight this grid and then I will stretch. I can stretch these grids. So I'm going to actually stretch them all. So just to make this look a bit cleaner, this is moving them out entirely. I don't want to move them. I just want to drag. No. Ctrl Z. So this software has a whole lot of great features that will make your job much more easier and faster and much more better. Honestly, I have just run this software and I discover it to be a very great software. Okay, so you can check the dimension for all of these, the entire grid, so you'll be able to know what is the entire dimension for these grids. Okay, so you can see your settings, your dimension settings is now active. So from here you can also play around with the text height, the type of your text, the marker, the kind of pointer you actually want to use, your dimension detail. All of this you can just play around with them even as you proceed. You can, all of these are just in your settings that you can just play around with. Even as we go further into our series, I'm going to be showing you each of these things in more details. Okay, but today I'm just going to be giving you an overview of how this software actually really works. Okay, so okay, from here now to here. Okay, so you can see this is the entire length from here down to this place. Okay, but let me take the dimension for each span. Okay, if I click on that and I click here, sorry, if I click here, click here, click here, click here, I'll double click and then I'll drop. So you can see it is telling us that the distance from here to here is 3 meters, the distance from here to here is 2.80, this is 3.331. okay, and then this here you can also change your settings. If you come here under our options, if you go under project preference, if you come under your dimensions, you can check your calculation units, working units. Okay, so if you go under your working units here, you can see is in millimeters, and then your area unit is in millimeters, and then it's at 0 here. Okay, good. Then area also at 2 decimals, this is at 0 decimals, this is for your volume is at 2 decimal. So you can play around with that. From here you can switch to either meters, centimeters, decimeter, whatever you want to actually play around with. Okay, so I choose to use this, and then the same thing that you did here, you can also just once your dimension is active, you can pick here, pick here, pick here, pick here, and then I will double click and I drop. So you can see here I can also play around with this. So let's say I want to shift this to be, for example, 4 meters. Okay, so all I need to do is just I can highlight all of these grids, and then I will right click, and then let's come to drag. So if I try to drag this now, I will make it 1 meter. I will just type the value 1 meter, and sorry, I think I made a mistake there. So if I right click and then I come to this and I'll click on drag, if I'll highlight this grid, if I right click and I come to under move and I come to drag, I can drag this by 1 meter. Okay, so if I click on enter, you can see it's real time. As I move this, it's telling us this dimension is actually 4 meters now. Okay, so I have 4 meters here now. Let's say I want here to be my living room. Okay, here to be my living room, which is 4 meters. Sorry, I don't have any plan draft out. I'm just trying to do this from my head right now. Okay, so don't crucify me if I do some kind of crazy kind of plan right now. Okay, so let's say I move this by let's see another. So if this is 1.96, so let me say I add this is 1.969. okay, let's say I add 2100 and okay 21. Am I correct? Okay, I think I'm not correct. I actually wanted to make this exactly 4 meters, so I can take this back by 90. So all I need to do is just to move these, and then I move, and then I will type 90, and it will give me exactly 4 meters here. So now I have 4 meters. So here is going to be my living room, for example, and then let's say here I have a bedroom here. Let's say here, okay, let's say here is a bedroom. Okay, so I'm going to shift this a bit, and then I drag this by, let's say 100,000. 190, 95. Okay, it's not exactly 3 meters. Let me just assume it's exactly 3 meters for now. So let's say here is my bedroom, and then I'll just move this a bit. Let me drag by 1.5. okay, good. So I'm going to take out this. You can just click on it and delete. So the main aim here is just to give you an overview of how this software actually really works. Okay, so I'm going to share this by 2. okay, or let me make this 1 meter, 1.5 meter. Drag to copy 1.5. hold on shift when you are trying to drag. Hold on shift, okay, 1.5, in order for you to get a straight line. Sorry, I'm supposed to drag and copy. Drag a copy 1,500. good. So this one here, I can stretch it and I'll bring it here. So this particular axis, I can even take it to my settings here. This is just what I was trying to explain the other time. If I come under here, I can uncheck this one and I click on OK. Let me see what is happening here. Is this the axis? The marker, I want to take out one of this marker. I hope this thing don't waste my time. Okay, it's not going out. Okay, decide to take it out. Okay. Alright, someone can actually help me out with it. As we proceed, I don't want to spend so much time on this right now, but let me assume everything is perfect as it is. This is going to be my living room, this is going to be my bedroom, this is going to be my toilet, this is going to be my kitchen. Okay, and then I'll just come to my wall tool here and I will click on that wall settings here. Once I click on that settings, it brings me here. From here you can choose whatever type of wall, but this is actually wall that is actually, it is a structure, it is basic. Okay, so if I bring it back here, you can see this is giving me an option to specify the thickness of the wall. So I'm going to be using 230 thickness. I love to use that thickness of wall. If I drag, now you can see this wall is taking it outside, but let's say I want this to be at the center. It's going to bring it back to the center. So if I click here, I can click and I can drag, I can click here and I will drop here, and then I'll click this one here, I drop here, this wall here, drop here. Mind you, you can change the thickness of the wall to whatever thickness that you may want. Okay, so if I click on this wall and I come back to my settings, I can decide to change this wall to be a 150 thickness of wall, and then I click on OK. So you can see that has actually updated in real time. So I don't know why this my grid axis is refusing to. So if you have a reason why this thing is not turning off, please, you can actually just drop it at the comment section. Like I said, this software, I just newly started using it, so I myself, I don't know everything about the software. I'm just trying to give you an overview of how the software works. Okay, but as we proceed, I'm going to be showing you a lot of great things about this software called the Ikeycard. Okay, thank you for as many of you who suggested this software for me. I have been able to make my research on it, and now I am actually enjoying it. It's actually a very great architecturing software that will make your work much more easier and much more faster. Honestly, I must say the truth. Now you can see I have it in 3D. Even as you are doing it in the plan view, it's actually updating in the 3D. Okay, and you can also have the south elevation automatically even as you are designing. Everything is giving you, because now I'm going to place my doors and then my windows, then we are going to place our roof on this building. Okay, so going back to my doors right now, all I need to do is just to come down here and click on my door tool. You are going to see a whole lot of things about this software. The software is very great. If I click on this door now settings, you can see you have a whole lot of options of kinds of doors that you can play around with. Oh, this door, I think I love the set of doors that this software is giving me. You can see very great kind of doors. Okay, let's go for a door 25. Okay, let me go for this door 25. The good thing is you can play around, you can change to whatever thickness that you want. And then this hinge door, you can also come under this your door leaf, and if you click here, you can change to whatever kind of pattern you want to adopt. So you can see it has various patterns that you can play around with. Let's say I play around, let me pick this, and then the handle, you can also pick the type of handle you want the software to actually provide in that your 3D. So let's say I work with this, and then I click on OK. So if I come here now, let's say my entrance to this building now is here, and then I place my door here. Now you can play around, you can see as I swing my hand upward, it's bringing the doors to the side. You can also rotate you can see it's rotating to whatever way you want it to open, because this is the main entrance door, is going to open outside. And then I can click here also to switch to another type of door, because we are also going to be having the internal doors now. So if I come to preview and positioning, I can switch. You can see this is 900 size of door, which is okay. Then I can place that here. Let's say I place this door here. Mind you, this is not a good kind of pattern. This is not a good planning actually. Like I said, I'm just doing this from my head right now. I did not draft it out, so I'm just doing it just to show you how this software works. Okay, so since this is going to be like my kitchen, I'm going to place another door here. Let's say this door is here, and then here is going to be my toilet. I'm going to be using a 750 size of door. You can also change this to 750 by just clicking 750, and then if I click on OK, and then I can just place my door here. Okay, now let's say you can see these walls here. Now let me switch to wall tool. If I switch to my wall tool and I click on Control A, you can see it has highlighted all these walls for me. If I click on this property for my walls properties, now you can see here I can go on the my core override cut fill pens. If I click on this, is this what? No, this is not what I'm looking for, sorry. Am I in the right place? Okay. Back at it. Okay. Okay, here. Here I'm going to make this 1, and I make this 1. And then I'll click on OK. Now you can see that the color has actually changed. You can see the pattern for this wall has changed a bit. Alright, having my door, I have all of my doors. I can place my windows just like the way I place my doors. I can place my windows. But let's say I have another wall here. I'm going to draw another wall here. I'm not sure this will okay. But this wall now, I'm going to select this wall. If you hold on Shift, you can select multiple walls. If I select this wall now, let's say this wall, I can change the height of this wall and then put in railings there. You know, the software is very flexible. You can do a whole lot of things with it. I can change the height of the wall, like I said. The thickness of this wall. Okay, model, floor plan, and cross section. Classification and properties. Okay, I wanted changing the height of that wall. You can change the height of the wall. Okay, let me see something. Okay, this is not highlighted, and I think I know the reason why this is not highlighted. not linked. Okay, you can see it was formerly at this top link was at story home, which is +1. So if I turn this and then I made it not to link with the other one, I can change the height. So let's say I change this height to 900, for example. I can as well change this. Hold on, shift, and I come back to my properties. So don't mind me, please. I can be making some little mistakes, but I'm going to be showing you proper as we proceed, like I said in the training. Okay, this is still 900. Let me view this in 3D. Oh, I think I added. Okay, something happened here. Hold on, shift, properties. Okay, this is still linked, not linked. 900. Okay, I think they are at the same level now, so good. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Here now I can insert my railings here, for example, by just coming, but I'm supposed to have another grid here, which I don't have. Okay, so you can as well even measure to know the distance between one grid to another grid, like we demonstrated the last time. So if I try to measure from here now, oh god, no, here. Okay, I know what to do. I'm going to take out this wall and I'm going to copy this, drag copy here, and then I'll make it 1500, and then I'll click on OK. Whoa. Okay, I think I know what happened here. Okay, here, this door here, if I switch to door, and then I can highlight this door. If I come to my properties, so instead of having a door here, I can decide to make it just an opening. Okay, instead of having a door. Okay, so I can decide to just make that particular door to just be an opening instead of having a door there. Okay, so if I come to okay, so let's come here. Empty opening, then I click on OK. Good. So you can see this is just an opening now, and then I may switch to ground floor. This door, this wall, hold on shift, click on this. Okay, I have to switch to wall, and then I will hold on. I'm on wall 2 now. I'll come to my properties for my wall, not connected, not linked. Okay, so I'll make this 900, and then I'll click on OK. So I think I'm supposed to have that. No, okay, I'm still having that opening here. Exactly, let's just assume this is just what I want to do. The plan is not really making sense to me, but like, you know, this is just an overview, like I said, about the software. Okay, I'm not taking you proper on this software yet. Okay, good. So if I have this now, let's say I now want to have my railings here at if you punch in your calculator, okay, it's at the center. Okay, so I'll copy, drag and copy at 1500. Oh, this is not straight. 1500, and I'll click on enter. Good. Now it's at the center now, so I can draw my rails here. Railing, I can come under the property for my railings. Here also I can play around with my railings, specify the height for these railings, and that is that. Okay, so I can just place the railings here, another railing here. Railing, not going into the properties of these railings and all that. Okay, can I place this railing in 3D? Yes. Okay, okay. So you can see, okay, let me go to the ground floor. Okay, you don't have to worry, I'm definitely going to be doing a more professional design on this. Okay, tutorials on this. Okay, this is just an overview, like I said. Okay, it's not well positioned. It's not well positioned though. Okay, let's come back to my ground floor. Although this is not well positioned, so you can get the software on your own and try to find out what you can do with it and just play around with it. I'm going to be showing you more proper how to make use of all of these tools properly as we go into the series on this Ikeycard. Okay, but you can see how great the software is. Okay, to design with the software is actually very interesting. You can come for your windows here, this window too, yeah, and then I can select the size of my windows. Let's say I'm picking this. I pick this window, and let's say I have 1 2 by 1 2. I always like to make use of the size of this window. And then my seal height, if you subtract, let's say the height of our wall is 3 meters, and then if I subtract 1200 from that, sorry, let me punch from my calculator. 3 meters minus 1200, sorry, 3 meters minus 900 at the lintel height. I'm going to be having 2100. So if I subtract 1200, I'm going to be having 900. So my seal height is going to be at 900, and then I'll click on OK. Here you can just place your window. So you can also, just like the way you place that of your doors, you can as well place your windows. Let's see, I have my window here, I have another window here, and then here, let's say I have another of this window here, then let's say I have another of this window here, but that of this one, so the property of this one, I'm going to make this 600. Sorry, let me come back for this. I'm going to make this 600 by 600, and then the seal height should be around 15, if I'm not mistaken. If I go for 3000 minus 900 minus 600, 15. If I click on OK, so okay, that didn't work. Let me come back. I think I didn't get that right. 600 1500. Okay, good. So you can see this window has changed to 600 by 600 size of window for my toilet. So if I rotate this now, you're going to see that here it has taken effect here. So you can see this window here. Alright, so let's orbit this again. Sorry, my railings are not really positioned well, so you can just click on that railings, just come back to the property here. You can actually change the height of that railings and all of that. You can play around with it from here as well, just like the way we did for our walls. Okay, so there is no much difference. All of these members that you are picking, you can actually play around with their sizes, their heights, their thickness and all of that. Okay, so under this geometry, that is where you are supposed to have the positioning of this. You can see the home story. This is at home story, yeah, and then the to project 0, and then this one now at, let's say at 900. If I click on OK, so let's look at this from our 3D view. You can see it has changed. So you can see this has changed. Then you can as well change it from the plan view and reposition it well. Okay, but this training, like I said, is just going to be focusing more on just an overview of what the software is all about. Okay, so I'm not going deep into the training, showing you how to play around with it. Sorry, I'm going to take out this. I don't want this to spoil what I'm doing. So let's say I have a roof here. All I need to do, I will just come under my roofing. Where is my roof? Yeah, this is it. I'll come under that property of my roof. I can change the height of this roof. I can change the angle. Okay, it's at angle 45. You can play around with that angle here. So if I click on OK, and I'm just going to sketch the part of this roof. Sorry, here I have the geometric method. I also have the geometric multiple plane. This is geometric method single plane, I'm going to leave it at multiple plane. Here I have the construction method. Here I have the construction rectangular hip gable. So I'm going to use the complex roof here, and I will leave this at these settings. So if I click now, I can actually follow this part. Okay, so if I follow the part here now, and then I'm going to finish it at this point. Now you can see it has actually given me the sketch for this roof. It has provided my roof for me already. So if I switch to my 3D view, you can see my roof has been provided in this design. But then from my ground floor here, I can click on this and also come to my properties, and I can play around with the settings from here. Okay, so this is actually at construction basic composite. I can switch this to construction basic composite here. Once I switch it to this, you can actually play around with the settings here. Okay, so you can see this one now is dropping at thickness of 300. So you can from here now play around with the thickness to whatever thickness that you may want to achieve in the design. Okay, so you can see that has actually reduced to 50. Now you can see our wall is even cutting out this. Okay, so from the settings you can play around with all of that features. If I'm still on this, I can come back here, and then I will switch it back to whatever value that I may want to. Then here I can also change this angle to whatever angle I want to switch to, and then I can also play around with my offset here to whatever value. You can see this is if overhang, which is 800 here based on the default settings here. So I can switch that to 600, and then I'll play around with whatever I want to do here. So this is actually a bit deep, so all you need to do is just to carefully go through all of these settings, keep playing around with them, but I'm going to be showing you deeper as we go into the series proper. Okay, so you can see now if we switch to our 3D, I'm sure the settings has changed exactly. So you can see this setting has changed. I can as well change the pattern of this my roofing, and then if I come to my ground floor, I can click on this roof here. If I click on this point here now, if I click here on this, if I click on this, sorry, okay, so I can from here you can change the pattern of this roofing bed here now. Stretch horizontal reach. If I click on stretch horizontal reach, I can actually stretch this reach to this. I can as well stretch this too. So let's see what we have after stretching all of that. So you can see the kind of roof we have now. Okay, so I can as well play around with this, make sure that this my wall is actually, you can see I have an opening here, so I'm not supposed to be having an opening there. So I can, let me just switch this, rotate this, sorry, and then you can see here I can raise up this roof level here. So if I come down to my story here level, so this is supposed to be my roof. I'm supposed to name that roof, although here this offset of my roof here is not actually okay. I'm supposed to make it up to 600, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to just draw my roof here and make sure that I'm having a roof here. So if I switch to my 3D now, you are going to see we have that roof here, the wall, sorry. So you can see this wall now. So all I need to do now is just to click on this, and then I'll click on this wall, and then I will right click, and then I'll come to connect, and then I'll click on trim elements to roof shell. So once I do that, I will click on trim. You can see now this my wall has actually aligned properly with my roof. So I can click on orbit to rotate this. Then if I rotate this, sorry, what did I do? So let's say I click this and then I click this, and I click this, and then I right click. I come down to my connect and I'm going to click elements, trim. I'll trim this. So you can see what I have now. If you already love what you are seeing, please make sure you like this video. Just give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. It's actually 100% free. Click on the bell icon so as for you to get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly, sometimes on a daily, just to encourage as many that actually want to have a deeper insight on design. Okay, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You see a red button written subscribe down below this video. Just click on that red button and you have subscribed already. It is 100% free on YouTube. Okay, just click on it and you have subscribed. Okay, you can come and learn a whole lot of great softwares from us. We have covered over 28 different softwares on our YouTube channel. You can visit the channel down below the description of this video, okay, to keep yourself busy. Okay, so make sure you stay safe and make sure you stay blessed. We have covered structural, we have covered architecture, we have covered mechanical and electrical drawings, we have covered road designs, we have covered water designs. Amazing, right?